Hello everybody, back here again for another vlog a day, and today is Saturday the 2nd, Saturday the 2nd, and today was a lovely, gorgeous day today. Apparently it rained at some point because they moved some stuff inside, but I never saw it raining, but it is what it is. It's all wet on the dock, on the deck up there on the boat. But got this morning fairly early, didn't sleep great. I never sleep great on a sailing ship. The beds are always awkward, the pillows are too tall, and it just is what it is. So, but I got this morning though, got a couple things done. Went ahead from there, I headed out and ran up, got myself a run in up on the track. It's a running only dedicated track, although people tend to walk in it 2-3 wide, which I don't know why, especially after like the 8th time I've lapped you. I'm running 2 laps, you're 1 walking lap, if not more. But the 8th time I've lapping you here in this process of like me yelling, excuse me, at you at the top of my lungs. I get there, like you think you would just learn to like look over your shoulder a little bit, or just single file the damn thing, or realize about this point every lap, every half a lap, I'm going to get past again type thing, and then look back. But nobody seems to care. So went ahead. The one thing that happens is this Virgin ship is they like to spend as much time as they can at ports, which apparently people like. Okay, fine. But then when they go out on the sea, they just like flat out haul ass. The average cruise ship runs about 10 mile an hour. You know, I've seen them as low as 7, as high as 13, but 10 seems to be the average when I check the speed of the boats. And when I check this boat, it's 22, 25. I've seen it as high as almost, it was like 29, I think it was that, the last sailing. So imagine being up on the top deck of a boat here, and you have a 25 mile an hour headwind at a constant, situation. So even when you're running what would be, if it was a windy day, you're still running against it. It's not blowing 25 mile an hour. You have a constant wind at all times when you're running their laps and stuff. And it makes it less enjoyable to be up on the dock, and the deck up here and stuff, because it's kind of miserable. Because I wouldn't go to the beach and sit out there and enjoy a cigar at 25 mile an hour winds. I can't sit up here on the top of this platform and smoke a cigar at 25 mile an hour winds either. So that part sucks. Although we do get to port a little sooner, we get to go to farther ports that a Carnival or a Norwegian wouldn't get to at 10 mile an hour. But is it worth it? Because you basically just kill an entire day of not being able to be outside on the top decks at all. And I get to see a different port that has the same cheesy shit they're selling anyway, but who knows? It is what it is. So went ahead though, got my run in, got back at my shower. My lovely bride finally got up and around. We went ahead and got down for some breakfast. Ended up at sitting outside. If you sit outside the back, you got like a little wind block. So I sit outside in the little tunnel, like little cave thing right there, so you get some fresh air, beautiful ocean views, and some food. Got our breakfast, had a French toast burger, had a burrito, and she had steel cut oatmeals, and then I think some baked beans, and I don't know, she had tater tots and whatever and whatnot. So, but yeah, we had a good breakfast. Breakfast in the galley is all right. It's not great, but it's all right. And then from there, we basically went around the ship a little bit, looking for a few things to do, headed back to our room, ended up grabbing our gear, came down to the pool, got in the pool for a little bit. Actually stopped at the pool and just hung out there for a while I ate some fruit that I grabbed from the breakfast bar. Had that, and then we decided it's time to get in the pool. So we basically went back to the room, grabbed our swim gear, changed out, came up here, hung on the pool for a while, then laid out next to the pool for a while, and then I was like, I'm going to go up and try and have a cigar again up top. And there's like little cabana things you can kind of set, little booth things. And I thought, well, I'll set one of those. I've set it before, in the evenings and stuff, and had a cigar. It's a little bit of a wind block. And I'm there for a little while. I'm there, I don't know, maybe a 10th of a cigar, maybe an 8th of a cigar. I smoked through. The security guard comes over and says, oh, you can't stay here to smoke. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? I have to move back. Literally, I'm not kidding you. It's 9 feet. It's 9 feet back behind me is where I have to set, because I can't set in this thing and smoke on a nice padded bench with a little bit of a wind block behind me with a little little metal cage around it. Can't sit there, but I can sit 9 feet back on a hard metal, round table with no wind block. And I'm like, yeah, fucking be kidding me. So I was like, oh well. So I basically learned stuff. I threw a towel down and sat on it for a little bit, trying to like I don't work for shit. So end up in a shady spot because the other one doesn't have any shade where it's at either. So sat there, talked to a couple people. One guy's like a food company. I guess they wholesale food or something. I don't know what their level is, but it's 4th generation stuff, whatnot. Talked to those guys for a while. Got wrapped up the cigar early because it's just the chairs are so uncomfortable. I was going to sit there the whole time. Headed back to the room, got changed, headed down to our show. Went and checked out a couple different shows today. Had a great time. The good show, the one show we saw, which we were really a big fan of, we went to was 50 Shades of Play. I think it's what it's called, 50 Shades of Play. And it was by the same, the lady who puts on the Never Sleep Alone segment. And it was basically a class on, I don't know, BDSM type stuff and just consent and different talking about things and questionnaires. And it's very fucking vanilla. Like, it is super vanilla. But it was a good time. So we got in there, we had fun. I ended up working with her on a vlogging demonstration type thing and whatnot. So we had fun with it, chatting about it and whatnot and this and that. And then after we got out, then we all split up with our partners and went over to try out some toys and stuff. And from there, we basically were, it was offered if you wanted to, basically trade out their partner stuff. And I kind of looked around with my wife, do you want to trade? She's like, I don't know. And so we ended up heading around, and everybody kind of had that like scared shitless look on their face, except a couple dudes that were over there who were having a lot of fun. And basically, so we swapped out. So we ended up trading out. So basically, the one husband went with my wife, and the other husband came with me. And it was funny because as we were in the process of, doing our talks and stuff and, trying out our toys and whatnot, we swapped back. So I went to the other husband went with my wife kind of thing. And it was funny. It's all full clothing. It's nothing too raunchy here. But it cracked me up and stuff because the guy was like, oh my God, he goes, we're, both him and my wife are both the submissives of the group between the two of us, obviously in between the two of them. So me and the other guy who were more dominant were both there together. I was like, well, this is not going well. Like, it was funny. So they said it was funny because ours actually did better than the two submissive ones did, because two dominants do better from that, whatever. So we headed back over, and we're now it has their more dominant partner with my wife and my more dominant partner of our couple with his husband. So we were having a good time and stuff, and we were heading back out. And one of the things you hear in play is we were chatting, and I said, stop bottoming from the top. Which a lot of times you'll hear people say they're topping from the bottom, which means they're on the bottom getting paddled or getting their punishment, but they're the ones calling all the shots. They're the ones telling them what rhythm, how hard, blah, blah, stuff. And they're the ones 100% in control. And people will yell often, stop bottoming from stop topping from the bottom. But it was funny because with these guys, because, he was up there, it was just funny. I was sitting there, so it's like, stop topping from the bottom. And it was just cracking up. It's just not something I think I've ever heard. And we all four laughed, and we thought it was a pretty good time. So we had a good laugh with that one. And chatted, had a great thing, learned a lot of good stuff. And we were actually, the cool thing about that, the coolest part of that whole event was we got to head way down deep. Like, we were at the very front of the boat, like you could see the V in the steel where it's the front of the boat. And I believe we were below sea level also with the boat. We were down in the quarters for the crew. Like, we were down in like the crew quarters, and it was so damn cool. It was awesome as hell. So we were heading down our stuff, chilling out and stuff, got to see it. We had to be super quiet walking through the dorms because a lot of the guys were sleeping, guys and gals both, but they're working nights, so they're sleeping the day. So that stuff. Once we got back into the part where we're having the class, we got to be as loud as we wanted, we got to have as fun and stuff. And it was actually the crew bar. So we got to hang out in the crew bar, got to see it, and I think that was worth the trip down there. That was awesome as hell. So we had a good time, talked to the ladies and stuff doing it, had a great time from there. Headed back up, got a couple other things done. Met a wonderful couple from the UK. They're on their honeymoon. Ironically, they got married like a year and a half ago, something like that. And then COVID hit, so they couldn't go anywhere. Talked to them quite a bit. Super cool people. Had a good time with those. Talked to the other people in the group and had fun with it. And then we headed back up. Ended up running around, kind of going out and just grabbing ourselves some meat kebabs and end up with some, I can't remember, like passionberry. I don't know, it's raspberry something other, puree, whatever stuff, and like a hummus. And it was good. It was a little bit wasteful. They try to make it look so pretty and whatnot, but there's a lot of, it is what it is. So we had a great little snack there and stuff. Headed over, checked out another show, had a great time there, chilled around a little bit. Ended up having dinner plans, went down, had dinner. Ended up at the Extra Virgin, which is an Italian joint, and it wasn't as good this time, I don't think. They changed a couple things the way they cooked a couple stuff, and I wasn't quite as impressed with it from October. But my big thing is I just tell people, just surprise me. Just bring me shit, just surprise me. Sometimes I'll tell them I don't want liver if I've seen liver on the menu. I was like, I do not want anything with liver in it. I can't stand liver. And I don't want anything with coffee, so we're good. But yeah, we had a great meal. The lady was super friendly, and the boat's like a quarter capacity. It's super dead here, which makes it nice because you get all the attention. You're not waiting in lines for stuff. Everything else is just, the staff is super close. She sat down next to me, and we're laughing and joking, and I kind of made some kind of remark and stuff. And she's like, what? And I said, oh no, it's just a dirty joke. It's inappropriate. She said, oh no, I want to hear it. So I told her my walnuts, my chestnuts joke, and she high-fived me for it and stuff. We had a good time. So, but yeah, definitely fun time there. But yeah, went back, ended up catching the Ships in the Night show, which is like a modern wave dance class thing. ended up in there, saw the couple from the UK again, chatted with them a little bit, ended up meeting up with our Facebook group. We kind of all sat together, and as we were coming in, there was a gentleman who ended up on one of the stages of the show, ended up sitting next to us. I assume it's his wife, I'm not certain. They sat next to me and stuff, and then him, and we were chatting a little bit about, whatnot. I got to talk about his jobs, got to talk about my running. They live right there in Orlando area. Give him my card, and I said, hey man, for real, like hit me up. Like I'll take you kayaking and stuff. We'll take you over. We'll, next time there's a rocket launch, whatever, we can come hang out if you want. I said, hell, we can take kayaks and kayak out there and see the rocket launch as close as we can as well. I told him with the bioluminescence and stuff. Great, just like fun people, just like that, IT nerd type looking, feeling guy and stuff and whatnot. So yeah, but yeah, just we had a great conversation, fun times, and there. Finally after that, it was kind of late, kind of tired, and it's that weird thing, and we walked around the casino a little bit, said hell, finally headed back up to bed, and I continued watching Get Out, the movie. I'm on my second try at it. I never can watch a movie fully through. I can't stay awake, so that put me to sleep. I'm about 2/3 way through it, so I figure tomorrow night I will get it finished up, and it'll be done. So anyway, that's all I got for right now. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Have yourself a safe and wonderful day. Thanks for watching.